Welcome back to another video. Yesterday I talked about everything you should be doing before a workout. Today I'm going to talk about everything you should be doing after a workout. I have my notes prepared again, and first of all, one of the biggest gym myths ever has got to be the anabolic window, which, if you don't know, the anabolic window is pretty much the theory or myth that if you're working out and you're damaging your muscles, if you're not eating anything in the next 30 minutes after a workout, everything's gonna be wasted. You're not gonna grow any muscle. Some people even claim you're gonna reduce your muscle um, compared to before the workout because you're damaging them and not repairing them. But this is obviously false. There's no research suggesting this is true. It wouldn't make sense either. So yeah, that's the first thing. So you don't have to worry about. So you don't have to rush home to get your protein or carbs in or whatever. But it is still kind of true, but with a different definition. Um, because after a workout, you should still be eating protein or carbs. You can't just work out and then not eat anything for 12 hours. You're not gonna get the maximal amount of muscle growth if you do that. So it's still gonna be important to consume protein after a workout. You don't need to go overboard on protein, but it's not necessarily gonna hurt your performance or hurt your muscle growth if you do eat a lot of protein post workout. So I personally try to get at least 40 grams of protein after workout, but I'm pretty heavy, so you should be good with at least 30 grams of protein if you're normal sized, for a lack of better words. And carbs are gonna actually be kind of important to replenish the glycogen in your muscles. Um, for workout training or regular gym workouts, it's not a very glycogen dependent sport because if you're working out, your glycogen stores are only gonna decrease by like 20% compared to if you're gonna do long distance running or cycling or whatever, it's gonna decrease by a lot more. So if you do a lot of cardio or long distances, you should be focusing on carbs more, especially post workout. But replenishing glycogen is actually a long-term process. You can't just eat a lot of carbs and it's gonna restore your glycogen storages in an hour. So that actually happens over the course of like 24 to 48 hours. Again, not super important for um, regular gym workouts because it's not very glycogen dependent. Um, but yeah, still something you should consider that over the course of the entire day you should be eating carbs, not just post workout, because you can't just instantly replenish those glycogen stores. Um, and my last tip is going to be to not take any cold showers post workout, since it's shown to reduce muscle growth. And post workout, I would say, well, just a shower after you're working out if you have any proper sort of hygiene. But if you take a cold shower or a cold plunge, ice bath, whatever, in the, let's say, 8 to 12 hours after you're working out, it can actually reduce muscle growth. So I would try to avoid it completely in the, let's say, 8 to 12 hours after you're working out. If it's longer after your workout, let's say the next day, it's not going to be an issue anymore, or at least not a significant issue. And even if you do take a cold shower like 8 hours after, it's not going to be a huge issue. Just it's something you should avoid if you have the option to, since cold showers are honestly kind of useless for some sort of health reasons. So if you can take a warm shower after you're working out, Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't have an intro for my YouTube videos yet, so I'm kind of awkward. So if you have any YouTube intros, recommendations, you can let me know in the comments. And ideas for videos are also always welcome. You can just ask me a question. Even if it's a short question, I'll try to explain it as much as possible. Alright, bye.